What's going on, guys? It's your boy Peter, and I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 traits you need to have if you're considering choosing aircraft maintenance engineering as a career path. This video is mostly focused for people that are trying to choose aircraft maintenance engineering as a career path. And also, as human beings, when we do something over again, we get bored of it. We get complacent. And if you don't have these traits as a person, or if you don't have these attributes, then down the line you get tired of it. You get tired of doing things over again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be talking about the 4 traits you need to have if you're considering choosing aircraft maintenance engineering as a career path. The first one is, do you have passion for airplanes? Yes. The reason why I choose this as my first point is because as an aircraft maintenance engineer, like literally every single day of your life you're going to be seeing airplanes. Like there's no day I go to work I don't see airplanes. And if you don't have passion for airplanes, you get tired of it. You get tired of seeing airplanes today. I feel like apart from my house, the next thing I see more is airplanes. You know what I mean? Like I actually see airplanes more than I see my house personally. So if you don't have that passion, that love for airplanes, it's something you're going to get tired of, man. Especially if you're considering this as a really long-term career path. And I usually tell people, man, people usually tell me, my mentors usually tell me, people that have been in aviation in general for a long time, they always stay here till retirement. And that is because 95% of people in aviation have, when I talk about aviation, I'm talking about aircraft maintenance engineering, pilots, people that are mostly in aviation, they have that really significant love for airplanes, man. Like literally every day of your life you're going to be seeing airplane. And the more you see working airplanes, as we human beings, when we do something every single day, every day, it's a routine, you start getting tired of it. You start like, man, bro, for me it's different. Like the other day, I'll give you guys an example, right? So the base I work right now, we do not see the 787s that often. Maybe twice every month, or 3 times sometimes. The other day, the 787 came to my base, and I've not seen that aircraft in a long time. I had like these really excitement, coming down, and that's because I have personal love for airplanes. And so if you're considering this as a career path, you gotta make sure you have airplane, you have the love for airplanes, man. And that is because eventually you're gonna get tired of it. I know definitely, like down the line it's gonna be like, okay, maybe I'm gonna get a little bored, because I know I still have that love for it. Like that there's that genuine love for airplanes. And that is why you gotta have that love for airplanes if you are choosing this as a career path, man. Because eventually, man, you're gonna start seeing this as a part of your life, your life routine. Is you working, going home, seeing your home, then you're coming back, seeing airplanes, going home, seeing. So you gotta have that love. You gotta ask yourself that question. Do I really have that love for airplanes? Do I really have that genuine passion for airplanes? Because, man, trust me, you're gonna get tired of it, and it's something that is definitely gonna happen. The second point I'm gonna make is, do you consider safety? Do you prioritize safety? And the reason why I'm making this as my second point is, as a aircraft maintenance engineer, you are working in a lot of really critical environments. And when I talk about critical, I'm not here to scare you guys, right? You're working on a machine, right? And it's a robot, a robot that could malfunction anytime, and also you're working in a really tedious environment, a really fragile environment, whereby every little thing you do can actually affect somebody else or affect your life. And if you don't have that, safety attributes in you, and again, when I talk about safety, I don't mean by every time you work, like you gotta wear your safety glass. Sometimes, man, as human beings, even me too, sometimes I feel like sometimes I let things slide, like I don't wear my safety glasses, for example. I don't wear gloves when I'm about to, it's something that's gonna happen, because, and that's just the reality. Like, we are human beings, but you still have to have that little quality of, safety consideration, because if you don't have that, then it's going to be a problem, because you are dealing with people's life indirectly. That's why I tell people, man, as an aircraft maintenance engineer, you are dealing with people's life indirectly. Like, people are flying on the aircraft you maintain, because without you maintaining that aircraft properly, it could be a problem. And also, when you're working, sometimes you might be working on a system that could affect somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you have that safety traits, that you have to have that. I'm not saying you have to be doing everything safe, like, that's not my point, but you have to have that little quality of, consideration of safety, because, yeah, man, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot, man. Like, I've seen people getting hurt. I've heard stories of people getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Thank God, like, past my, like, I've had little accident, like hydraulic spilling in my eyes, but I've not had anything crazy, you know. And that is because before I do something, I try to tell myself, like, hey, Peter, you got to make sure people are safe. Are you doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to consider safety first, man. And that's one of the traits you got to have if you're considering aircraft maintenance engineering as a career path. The third one I'm going to talk about is, do you have a good judgmental skills? And this might be a little bit unfair, because as an aircraft maintenance engineer, to have that really good judgmental skills, it's going to build up with experience. The more experience you have, you're going to have good judgmental skills. But you also got to understand that without, my dad used to say something, a tree cannot grow without having you planting a seed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that little seed of having a good judgmental skills. For example, in your day-to-day life, like, sometimes you have to know, okay, is this gonna affect me? Like, for example, for your car, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for example, you're driving and all of a sudden, something happens to your steering, and it's wobbling. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that good judgmental skills. Like, okay, can I still drive for like a couple miles, and how bad is it gonna affect? You know what I'm saying? And that is, you don't have to, because judgmental skills as an aircraft maintenance engineer is going to build over time with experience. But you still gotta have that little quality in you. You still gotta have that little trait in you, because this is something you're going to be doing. You're going to be, this is a trait you're going to be having to use every day. I know, yes, we have publications, we have AMM to guide us through, we have IPC, we have TMS, FMS to guide us through, but as a person, as an aircraft, you have to have that good judgmental skills, because one day you're going to be doing your walk around and you will see like a little drop of engine, or like a little drop of oil, of hydraulic oil spill a little bit, but that does not mean the aircraft is not still safe to fly. You know what I'm saying? So as a person, you got to make sure you have before you're choosing this as a career, you got to make sure you ask yourself that question. Do you have a good judgmental skills? And like I said, man, it's something that will definitely improve over time. You don't have to be perfect. None of us are perfect, but with experience, you're going to build a really good judgmental skills. The last one I'm going to talk about, and this is something you got to have, man, because it's something you're going to deal with for at least next 7 years, especially if you're new to the industry. Are you capable to work night shift? And the reason why I'm making this as my last point is because this is just the reality of being an aircraft maintenance engineer. Most of the maintenance done, especially for people that are going to be more of a line maintenance, it's at night. And you're going to be working night shift. Like, I'm working night shift. Like, I literally just got to work. I'm about to go to the gym. That's why I'm making this video. And it's something you're going to deal with for, I would say, the next 5 to 7 years. And it's not for everyone. Night shift is not for everyone. And if you're considering aircraft maintenance engineering as a career path, it's something you got to be ready for. It's something it's a question you got to ask yourself, that, okay, am I capable of working night shifts? And be honest with you, it's not the most healthy thing, but it's one of the sacrifices we have to make. Everyone makes sacrifices you know, you want to become a doctor, you got to make that 12-year sacrifice. If you want to become, I don't know, a nurse, you got to make that night shift sacrifice. Like, there's a lot of sacrifices in every career, and one of the sacrifices you got to make is in aircraft maintenance engineering is the night shift. And also, you got to ask yourself that personal question, like, you know, is this something that I see myself doing for a long term? Because I'm be honest with you, for the next, if especially if you're new and you get a job in like a airline, for the next 5 to 7 years, sometimes even 10 years, you might be doing night shift. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are the traits you gotta have, and those are the questions I want you to ask yourself before choosing this as a career path. Not here to scare you guys, but I'm just here to give you guys the reality of what it is to become an aircraft maintenance engineer. I'm pretty sure there's more traits. I can go like, you know, 12-30 minute video, but I can make a part 2 if you guys like this more videos like this. I appreciate you guys, and for you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I'm an aircraft maintenance engineer. And if you're considering aircraft maintenance engineer as a career path, and you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm always ready to help people, and it's all free. We can book a consultation, a call anytime, and we can make something happen, man. For you guys that are new to my channel, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, man. Love you guys.